Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to tell you how you can get a mentor. As soon as I back off from this parking spot, I'm gonna start ranting. Right, so why do you need a mentor? And what is a mentor? If you are in the field of programming, if you want to learn how to code, maybe you've heard this quite a lot. The best way to learn is from a mentor. And I think this is true in any industry, but especially in programming, because in programming you need to learn from someone with experience, and that person that has experience can guide you and can show you things that you will never get to learn from a book or from a course. Obviously real life, it's very different than what we are being taught in school, and I think you've noticed that whenever you are learning from an online course, you're also wondering, how is this knowledge gonna help me? How is this knowledge gonna apply to a real life solution? So this is one thing that a mentor can help you out with. Another thing that a mentor can help you out with is keeping you motivated and keeping you on track whenever you feel lost or whenever you feel like you're not good enough. Actually, I had this experience with one of my mentees a few weeks ago. I think I've talked about this in a previous video. She told me she wasn't feeling really she wasn't feeling like she's good for this job, and it was crazy for me because I was able to see that she's actually really good. So a mentor can help you and tell you if what you're doing is right or wrong. For me, it's absolutely crazy to get into this field without having someone that has the knowledge to help you out with. Because even if you are the best student, even if you code every day for 8 hours, even if you are doing all the right things in the book, how can you actually gauge where you are at a specific point? It's pretty much impossible, because obviously programming, it's completely different to anything else in this world. You can start writing, and then you can give your writing to someone, to your mom, to your dad, and they can give you some feedback on it if they like the writing or not. The same if you are a designer. You can give your design to someone and they can tell you, hey, I like this, or maybe this should be changed, or I don't like the colors. But if you show your code to someone, how can you even get feedback if that person is not the programmer? I'm gonna tell you now, it's impossible. That's why you need a coding mentor, a programmer that has the experience in the field. Then the next thing that you need from a good mentor is to know that that person actually helped other beginners previously, and he or she is able to relate to your current struggles. It's different to have a mentor that has 12 years of experience and finished the university and actually forgot how it is to be a beginner. Because when you have a person like that next to you, it's better than nothing, but they are simply unaware of your struggles as a beginner. And I'm lucky because I got into teaching programming just a few years after I got my first job, and I was still able to understand the processes that people are actually going through in the beginning. So that's another thing that you should keep in mind. Another thing that a mentor can help you out with is they can give you the best strategies to build a roadmap that's proven and a roadmap that makes sense for you as a beginner. And the roadmap can be different from person to person. Obviously, if you, for example, go to a boot camp, you'll follow the same roadmap as everyone else because they have an agenda. They need to churn a lot of people in a very short amount of time, so they have to follow certain things. But if you are, let's say you are really good, if you come from a maths background, or maybe you're a very logical person, you might need someone that can push you faster and stronger. I had an experience like this like 6 or 7 months ago. I was working with an individual that was very, very smart. The interview with him, it's here on the channel, and he actually got a job in 3 months after started working with me. But that's not the typical case. And then you can be on the other side of the spectrum where you are a very slow learner. That's also okay, but that means you will need much more time to digest the basics. So if you go to a boot camp or something like that, where you have some professors or whatever, you might get lost pretty fast. And I'm saying this from experience because I've been working with a few coding bootcamp graduates, and they actually did not have any knowledge whatsoever. They were actually worse than someone that is starting out because they had a bit of an ego as well. Obviously, you finished the boot camp, you paid 7,000, 8,000 euros or dollars or whatever, and then you think you are good, but you're actually really low and you have no skills. An example of how bad bootcamp graduate can be. That specific individual did not know even how to render an image in HTML. So just to have this idea in your mind. Yeah, so that's one thing. A mentor or a coach can build a specific roadmap for you and for your abilities and for your current ways of thinking. Where can you find the mentor? That's the next question. Well, you can use online events, in-person events such as meetups, or where you can find people that have experience, or you can go on LinkedIn and find the developers that are working currently. But you must be aware, you cannot go in there and beg for their help. I see this a lot on Facebook groups. People literally beg for a mentor. You need to understand that if a programmer is good, his time is very, very, very valuable. Some developers make 500 euros per day. That's quite a lot of cash, and to get 1 hour from that programmer, that's quite a lot. And you need to understand that it's a big ask to ask someone, an experienced developer, to help you. You need to give someone something in return. It can be your help with something else. Maybe you have a skill in something else, and then you can help that developer get something done. Or it can be money. Money, I think it's the best way, because you are not only showing to that developer that you value their time, but it's also good for you because you have skin in the game. This is a very important concept that you should be aware of. Having skin in the game is probably the most powerful thing you can do, because if you have skin in the game, that means you'll put more effort, more time, and you'll be more dedicated to achieving your goals, which is why you are probably watching this channel because you want to achieve your goals. Be it more money, maybe you want to work remotely, maybe you want to travel the world, maybe you want to work 6 months, for example. You want to be the typical contractor which works 6 months, makes 500 euros per day, and then you take 6 months holiday and go to Thailand or whatever, or Bali. Maybe that's your goal. That's not my goal, but maybe that's your goal. And if you want to achieve all these goals, you need to understand that a mentor is probably the best way that you could achieve that. So what can you do right now? Because if you just watch this video and you are not taking any action and any information from it, what you can do right now is literally use the link in the description. And this month I have 5 more spots open for coaching. And if you really want to take your life to the next level, learn a high income skill, then you can use that link, read what's on that website, watch the video, then apply for a free consultation call with me or someone from my team. We'll reach out to you and then we'll discuss your problems, your issues. We'll talk about your goals, and then we'll see if we are a good fit to work together. Until next time, Cristian.